Trainers' 4 pieces on immigration and the far right, written for The Guardian, look at the hot points in Europe where national politics face a rise in extremist views. Among such countries are Hungary, Sweden and France, which have seen parties such as Sweden Democrats and Fidesz gaining seats in their respective parliaments. The spotlight falls on Hungary, where Viktor Orban is about to lead his centre-right party, Fidesz, into power. Similarly, Sweden's Riksdag was about to see the Sweden's Democrat Party claim 20 seats. Even closer to home, in France, President Nicolas Sarkozy began an expulsion of over 1,000 Roman immigrants. EU countries have seen riots both for and against such movements, further dividing their individual countries. Ian Trainer brings to light the growing trends for support for the far right, which undermine the authority of the EU as a united and democratic force with shared values.
After 8 months of intense investigation, a collaboration between the Bureau of Investigative Journalism and the BBC resulted in a report by Angus Stickler for File on 4, revealing the corruption within EU member states concerning the misuse of EU funds.
Italy was one of the main benefactors of some of these funds. Obviously, there was already concerns that some parts of Italy have a less than transparent governance of regional funding, and this has been in the past reported that it's been linked with the mafia. However, what nobody had really asked was whether Central European funds were inadvertently financing the mafia. It's important that investigations like this do occur because they cause MEPs to ask questions, they cause for there to be internal scrutiny, and most importantly, they cause embarrassment for some of the groups concerned. It not only revealed how powerless they were, but also to some degree how inept they were. I think a bit of journalist intuition suggested that if you go to areas where you know that there's already quite high levels of corruption, and you know that there's high levels of European funding being spent there, the two probably will be linked. And this is what we sought to stand up, and of course we did.
The impact of Greece's true financial figures caused great concern to the EU and the rest of the world. If Greece could not be saved, it would mean the fall of the euro and of the EU economy, leading to a chain reaction in the international market. However, the decision made by EU member states to bail out Greece, along with the help of the European Central Bank and the International Monetary Fund, caused another chilling issue to emerge. Bronwyn Maddox's article, How the Greeks Broke Europe, not only delves into the potential domino effect Greece's economy had on its neighboring countries, but it also brings forward a divide in the EU as its biggest economy, Germany, was reluctant to bail out Greece, as it could lead to similar scenarios in the future.
The crucial point about the series was to get a real understanding of the origins of the crisis. So that meant going back and looking at where the rules were necessarily not as well organized as they should have been, well conceived. And then we specifically looked at what had happened at the crucial meeting in the spring. Realization struck home that there would have to be a bailout of Greece. And then the last piece in the series looks forward to, can Europe match its aspiration to be a true global player? The French and Germans clearly played a central role in this drama. Germany on the one hand, the guardian of fiscal discipline. France, much improved economy over the last 20 years, trying to keep up with Germany and determined to keep the Eurozone intact. And so they were the lead players. And their influence over the European Central Bank was, I think, very important. There is a big question over whether the crisis can be resolved without a general debt restructuring. Looks at the moment to the Financial Times as though the Europeans are playing for time.